Hey guys, happy Monday. It is Monday Motivational and it's also month end. So I just want to send out a reminder to make sure you're logging in and checking that you're qualified and active. If you are 4K rank or above, making sure that you have your 2 customers for the month. One really great way of going through that is literally either sending, personal messages, sending text, or, utilizing credits, utilizing the 15% off promo code, reaching out to your upline if you yourself don't have any of that stuff. Guys, that's what I can tell you. I'm getting ready to send out an email to all my personally enrolled. First, I'm doing it to all the ones that have been active or have been active in the last few months and so forth. And then I'm reaching out to more because, like I said, I was kind of trying to categorize and really send all this out, and organizing it from the last 7.5 or 7 years is a little bit chaotic. But the point is, I actually have like a good old newsletter sent out, getting ready to go out. And it's just a reminder that I'm here to help you. I'm going to be sending personal messages to those same people. There's a lot of people with a lot of volume that are not qualified and active right now, and I hate to see them miss out on checks. I also hate to see people miss out on ranks. The good news is some people that missed out on it last month, they are on the ball this month, and they got their customers early, and then some are still kind of trailing in. But the reality of it is that's an adjustment, and that's okay, right? That's all right. And you guys, as we head into the holidays, I want you to keep in mind one thing: the more people you help, the better your business is going to be ultimately at the end of the day. And genuinely, I'm telling you this from literally the bottom of my heart. This holiday season is probably going to be one of the toughest holiday seasons that people have had, maybe ever. It makes me extremely emotional, to be honest, because like even our kids today were talking about, we have 6 kids, and they were even talking about how they weren't going to be able to buy for each other, this year. And I said, you guys, why don't we do like a gift exchange and just draw like everybody in hats? And I actually wanted to put it out for our teams and so forth too. Like if people wanted to do like a Secret Santa or something, just because people love to get mail and people love to get little, little gifts and so forth, and just like kind of just a random gift exchange, but keep it like a $10 or $15, budget. And then some people aren't going to want to do that. But here's the thing is that I want everybody, I don't care if you are a brand promoter and you have literally a red thing next to your name. If you're here tonight, like we want to make that change. And I just want you to know that you are so appreciated and that you absolutely can do this, and your business is going to grow. And I know that sometimes it can seem challenging, especially with the way the economy is. Everything is going up, which is why my massive mission, which it sounds like from the notes and the tail end of what I caught today, Jason is really kind of on the same page with, like, the company is on the same page, really. They really want to incentivize the arriving for free, and our customers really, really, really being able to get more incentives for that. And I love that they are doing that. I think that that is such a huge thing, and it's something that's familiar to society right now with like TikTok Shop and just different people advertising and putting out promo codes and having referral links and so forth. It is something that, if presented the right way, then and not in like a salesy, spammy way, but presented in a way that we can help others and really kind of give back and so forth. I think that's really a great idea. So anyways, with that said, we'll go over lots of different things. I want to help you guys with thriving for free. First off, I really want to help that with a major mission, whether that is your full product that you need, or that is just even getting a huge discount, or whatever that might look like for you. Everybody being qualified and active at the close of tomorrow night. And like I'll give some of those tips. But Jackie, I'm going to let you recap on today since you got to listen to the whole thing. Just because it'll be a lot better than me just kind of
So
bouncing around.
I wasn't on live either. I actually lost track of time, so I caught the recording. I think I missed only the last 10 minutes of it, but I got most of it. Anyone who was on live, did you guys hear that we got somebody new on our corporate team? I didn't hear what his role is going to be. He is a guy and he sounds very knowledgeable in the network marketing space. I can't wait to learn more about him. I think it's going to be a great addition to the team. And yeah, I think Cliff and Jason, literally they approached him and then they brought him on because they needed more. Yes, his name is Jason Jurgensen or something. I haven't been able to like see much about him or like know where he's from, but we are going to be learning more about him. I loved like when you listen to did you listen to the call at all, Amanda? Not yet?
Just like literally.
Okay, when you hear it, you're going to be so excited because he talks about compensation plan. He talks about what's the difference with ours and other ones that he's seen out there. And there is a big difference, you guys, like, especially when it comes to looking at those things. I mean, a lot of you guys don't really have to worry about it. Honestly, when I came into this business, I was just literally here to sell the product because I love the product, right? And I'm going to go into talking about first post too, because it's something that Jason talked about on the call this morning. And I was just like, damn, like he is so right. But our new guy, he was talking about compensation plan, about how amazing ours is. And just like, it grabbed me, and then also when Jason was speaking, he was talking a little bit about Cran Plus. Because at the getaway, we did not get a, Jason Camper description and, full rundown of Cran Plus because we had some AV issues. But he finally gave us the rest of it, and it is really going to be a powerful product, you guys. A lot of people don't talk about, having UTIs, but it does happen a lot during this time of the year. And I'm going to tell you why, like exactly what Jason was talking about with Cran Plus, right? Helping the urinary tract, because what happens when you get a UTI, right, is bacteria is sticking to like the pipes, like literally your pipes that are outputting urine, right? There's bacteria that's getting stuck to there. And guess what increases bacteria in the urinary tract? Just guess, you guys, give me an answer, like of, why does this happen? Like what causes bacteria to grow there? Does anybody know the answer? It's a really easy one. Your kids all love it. Well, that too is sugar. Yes, it's sugar. So guess what? It's the holiday season right now, right? There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like indulging in all the holiday things and stuff. So UTIs are very, very common during this time of the year. And just, everybody's pretty gluttonous during this time of the year. I'm not going to lie. So anyways, he was talking a little bit about that. And he was literally saying that Cran Plus has an ingredient, no medical claims, and you don't want anybody crazy, but it has an ingredient that literally sticks to, getting that stuff off of the walls of the urinary tract. So really amazing. And I just want to a lot of people are really excited about this product. Okay. A lot. And the reason why is because some people are like, oh, I love cranberry juice, or, oh yeah, I actually keep, a cranberry juice in my cupboard just in case, because when you have that feeling, like if you do feel like you have UTI coming on, like you kind of know something's wrong. And the first thing you'll do is you'll go straight to the store and you'll buy a cranberry juice, right? Like a big thing of it. But how many people actually finish the whole thing, right? And how many calories are in that sucker, right? So it's going to be a really revolutionary product, I believe. Obviously it's not going to be the star of the show, but you could make a ton of money on just this, right? And with the Cran Plus too, like, the shelf life of it, if you guys get a whole package of it, like you can have that same package for maybe like 2 to 3 years before it would expire, right? So that is extremely powerful. I'd rather have one of those than a couple of like the other like things of cranberry juice. And yeah, that thing's packed with sugar too. So ours doesn't have any sugar. So really amazing product, and it is functional for health purposes. So he did talk a little bit about that. The other thing that was really good about the call, upcoming, right? Like obviously we're in month end right now. You guys focus on, closing up your dials and all that stuff, but they are already prepping us for November, you guys. Already prepping us for November, and they are really focusing on customer acquisition. And from Jason's mouth, he put it into perspective, right? We have 10 million plus accounts, right? Customer accounts in our database, right? And that number is constantly going to change, because think about how many customers just flip over to a promoter. We do have a lot of customers that flip over to a promoter. So who knows how many promoters we actually have, right? But 10 million customer accounts. He was saying, he's like, a lot of those customers have probably never posted about Thrive ever, right? They just like, maybe they take the products and they just love it, or maybe, you know, obviously we're not going to penetrate all 10 million, but if we did, like, you know, like if all promoters, of all the promoters we have like a couple customers, you know, some of us have like 10, 12, 20, 40 ordering customers every single month. Imagine getting some of those to post. You're going to have these micro influencers that are going to really help spread the word about Thrive. But you guys tune into that call. Really, really important call to listen to, because he was talking about a team in the company and how they incentivize, basically how they get their customers to soft promote for them. Okay, so these little, how they get their customers, brand new customers, literally just get their packages to their doorstep, and how they get them to promote, right? And you know, the incentive for them to promote is, hey, like, can I help you thrive for free, kind of thing, or and they do it with excitement. But something that they're going to be rolling out in November is for those customers is incentivizing them for their first referral. So, you know, we have our refer to, and that would get them thriving for free. But like, you know, like if they even refer one person, they're going to get some kind of incentive for the month of November. You know, and so, yeah, anyways, that's happening. We'll see that, you know, come to life real soon. So yeah, I thought that was huge. That was one of the really big things that I heard today.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I did also, I don't know if Jackie, you heard this part or not. And I said it previously right before we hit record, about there not being a getaway in February,
Yes.
which I actually think is a very good idea this year, just for the fact of the state of the economy, and then with people with Thrive Palooza, because traveling and stuff like that definitely is up right now. I can tell you that yes, we'll have like discounted hotels and stuff like that for Thrive Palooza. I am looking into an Airbnb. And I know that a couple other people were talking about it as well, because I'd like to be able to have like some team get-togethers while we were there. And I have been to New Orleans in 2018. And I will tell you, it is kind of it's definitely a little bit more spread out, right? Because you have to walk to the actually to like to where the event is. And the hotels are kind of spread sporadically and so forth. So to get together and so forth, I know that Chas actually had like Lenny Kravitz the last time, or not Lenny Kravitz. Lenny Kravitz performed at Thrive Palooza that year, I believe. Oh gosh, I think that's the right year. And then Trent Shelton, that's right. Chas had a thing with Trent Shelton that year as well, and that was something that was incredible. But like, you know, trying to get together and so forth sometimes at Thrive Palooza can be hard, because you're, you know, everybody's kind of at different stuff, and then there's the different sections that you can go to and so forth. So trying to find ways that people can kind of collaborate, get together, have meals, and just spend time together is a big priority this year. I think a lot of people being able to kind of bunk together and so forth for sure is a great thing as well. So you guys definitely look into that. There's a lot of area, like a lot of stuff right around there for Airbnbs and things like that. So even on like the little outskirts, because it's right near the French Quarters, and there's just tons. And I remember a couple people actually stayed at hostels. I had never stayed, like, even I didn't even know what they were, but they have a lot of them there, which is crazy. But and I know you guys might be like, what is that? But actually they have some really, really nice ones. And it's just because it's a cultural, like in that area, it's actually very common because it's a touristy kind of place, right? But it's very fun. I will tell you that. Now, it was chilly still when we went the last time, and there, let me just tell you, so because of it being like below sea level, if it like would drop into like 30s or 40s, I'm just gonna tell you guys, that is like freezing water temperatures and stuff there. So like stuff was shut down. It was crazy. But it was like such a good time, right? And of course, the time I noticed that the time of the month it's toward the end, which is actually a very good thing because that means the weather will be starting to get warmer as well. So it's such a nice and fun area though to explore for Thrive Palooza. So that's at what, like the, was it the 18th through 20th, or anyways, is that the date?
It is the 18th to the 20th.
Okay. All right, that's what I thought. So you guys literally start looking now, and you can check for like different discounted flights and so forth. And the earlier you book your flights, the better off you are. I'm just gonna tell you that now. Even if you don't like, even if it's before actual tickets go, and whatever, just I promise you, if you book your flights and then you can book your hotel. Yes, I said Lavelle will have like discounted hotels and so forth. You're more than welcome to, like, if you have certain apps and you have points or whatever, like definitely use those. If it's free is better always. But know that you can share your rooms and, just check into different stuff. So like I said, I am really not that sad about February. I'm sad not to kind of whatever, but Amber and Steph G have been working on, I don't know if you guys have all seen it yet or not. And I haven't checked to see if Kaylee posted it or if Amber or Steph have posted it on the Dream Team page, but they are doing some kind of get together in Clearwater Beach. And there's going to be like a welcome day and like a pirate, I don't know, like a little voyage excursion thing on this boat. And it'll be a lot of fun. You can bring your family or whatever. Now, everybody is welcome, but you can do an Airbnb, you can do a hotel, whatever you want. You can bring your family, just like a little tiny mini getaway. But it's just kind of just something that is an option. If you're interested in it, just know that all are welcome. Okay. So like if you and a couple people from your team decide you want to go, or if you and your family want to take like a little mini trip, just know that everybody is welcome to come to that. So, that's another thing too. Like if you have local team, definitely you guys can do like small get-togethers and things like that. I will tell you, in the past, February getaways are kind of hit or miss. You either have an excessive amount of people that go, or there's a tight amount that go, because it comes at that time right between Christmas and the holidays, Hanukkah, and Thrive Palooza. So it's like sometimes people are having to pick and choose. So I feel like we're probably going to get a bigger turnout at Thrive Palooza, with it kind of being that way, right? We have Colton is graduating this year. So for me personally, I'm actually glad, because the way that it works out and the timing of our Thrive Palooza and so forth. I was looking on the calendar for like when prom was and like all of the graduation stuff. So it's like good timing this year for me. But yeah, so I want to also touch base on the customers, helping you guys get your 200 PV going into the end of the month. So I just did, I'll just show you guys, because I literally just uploaded it into a spreadsheet. But I went down through, and these were like I have a list of like personally enrolled promoters, and like I just had to organize them, like their emails and their names, and I have all their phone numbers and stuff too, but this was so I could email them. Obviously, like I said, this was the most active in the last 2 years is what I went back, and so forth. But then I also have a spreadsheet of all of my customers, and there's like, I don't know, there's like 600 and something people in there. And I am sending out emails to all of them about like 15% off code. And then also I'm running just different little specials for people. Any of my like personally enrolled promoters, or adopted personally enrolled, I kind of work down the line if there's not anybody in between us. Like I just want to help those that need it. Running like little specials. So you guys will see like stuff tomorrow probably pop up. Make sure you're always checking your cloud office as well in like the leaders updates. So anytime I post something like that, it's going to be posted there, and I delete it once it's over. Sometimes people will be like, I didn't even see it. And I'm like, it was there, but I took it down after the time frame or after the credits ran out and so forth. Right. So just kind of keep an eye out, because that'll be for team wide tomorrow. And I'm going to kind of play off of, because Lavelle has a sneaky way of sneaking stuff in on us. So I try to play it off of them. Yeah.
Thank you for that, by the way. It's been really helpful. I've been getting the codes and grabbing them off of there.
Mhm.
That's another
I've got
thing.
to update it now again.
If you guys have not yet gotten qualified and active, I'm gonna share the code in here right now, because I
Okay.
literally just shared it with my team this morning. Yeah, there's a 15% off code that's happening right now, and it's good until the 2nd. So this is gonna help you guys. If you guys need to get qualified and active, this is active right now. Okay, so go ahead and place your orders, use it for your customers. If you don't have to place an order and you can get a customer, that's even better, right? Like that's even better. So use
Yeah.
that.
So I might just copy the email, one of the emails I'm sending out, and put it in that cloud update after we finish up on this call. But I'm sending it out to people because there's some people that are literally like $84 short, or so forth, or they have their one customer, they're qualified and active, and they have one customer, and it makes a difference. Where I was just looking, and I always watch the reps close to rank, and I noticed that somebody that's like close to 40K, they're short one leg. So just making sure that everybody has enough qualified and active legs, making sure you're qualified and active. Most importantly, though, you guys, is that you are able to continue to thrive, right? Through the holidays and through this month, and then helping your customers thrive as well is going to be a key thing. And I think, what Lavelle's coming out with having that incentive for that first referral coming out, I think that's going to actually explode things for people, because there are a lot of people that have one referral right now, and it seems to be that second one. But honestly, just getting them to share as soon as they get started is such a game changer. And one easy way to kind of help them is, well, I have a girl that just started her Thrive experience this morning. And so I messaged her, checked on her, seeing how she was feeling. She said she was kind of feeling a little jittery first thing. And I told her, she was feeling great by the time, the second time I checked in on her. But I told her, I said, if it feels like too much, just drink half the lifestyle mix, or just take one capsule, and then just kind of increase as needed. But she was feeling amazing on that second time that I checked on her today. And having them share that is such a game changer, because talking about how they actually have energy, how they're feeling, they don't have to go on this big sales splurge, right? They just need to talk about, man, like I should have trusted Amanda sooner because I feel flipping amazing. And then their friends are like, hey, what exactly are you talking about? Like, fill me in. And sometimes less is more. There was something else too. So I will tell you guys, I like to do, and you'll start to see it as this or November wraps around, you'll start to see different types of holiday stuff come up. A lot of times, like before Black Friday, which in the US is the Friday after Thanksgiving. I don't know how that works.
It's Boxing Day.
Is it okay? Is it the same day? Okay, so
I think so. I don't even, if there's so many holidays. Like we got a Black Friday preview like over the weekend. So I was totally confused. I'm like, when's Black Friday again?
well, I think they kind of made it like all month long there for like a couple years, it seems to be. My husband and I were talking about that. We are like, man, they should really like put Black Friday groceries on this year.
Yeah,
They
that,
should
that
really
is,
be.
but that's real. Have you guys seen those memes and stuff like floating around? Like that is the status of the economy right now.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
Literally it is. I have some other stuff too. I want to mention this stuff because it was in the call. Jason was talking about it with the whole micro influencer thing about getting people to post for the first time. I want you guys to participate. I want you, like, when you first posted about Thrive, what was the feedback like? Like, type it into the chats. Because it takes a lot of courage, right, to post for the first time about something, especially if you've never done network marketing, especially if you started with a transformation like myself, whatever it is, right? Your first post, what was the feedback on it for like the first week, right? Because that's where you can lose a lot of people. And I don't mean like, I mean just like if somebody decides, okay, like let me just try and post about it. If they post about it and their first post like flops, sometimes they don't want to continue, right? Like how many of you guys have had a time I post
You're cutting out. Is it me or is it Jackie?
it seemed, I don't know, might seem fine.
Okay, you're fine now. It must have
You
just
know
cut
what?
out for me for a
It is
second.
me. Mine says my connection was unstable.
Okay. I was like, was it just me or was it just you?
Hopefully it's back, but like type in the chats, like when you guys first posted, did people ask you, hey, what is that thing? Hey, what is Thrive? How long did it take for people to start like, for stuff to start picking up? Because I personally, like I posted, Twin posted me first, right? And I'm like, if she can post me, I can post me. What the hell, right? Like that was the aha moment for me. And I knew she was successful already. And I'm like, if she can post me, I can post me, right? Okay, so Shalana says she doesn't think she was able to, or she wasn't told to make a post. And a lot of people will just thrive quietly if you don't ask them to post anything, right? But getting somebody to make their first post is very powerful. And sometimes you have to be there to support them. You got to get them to tag you. If someone, if you have a brand new customer, tell them, hey, tag me, right? Because if they tag you, they're not going to get like hate from other people. You know what I mean? There's another person involved. But how many of you guys did you guys get like really good feedback? I actually want to know because for me, it took me 24 hours. Like it literally took me 24 hours to reshare like the post that Twin posted, but I actually made my own. And my first post looked something like I mean it's still on my story somewhere, but it basically said like like follow me on this journey. I'm not done yet, right? Follow me. I'm not done yet. Like what you see right now is me after like 6 days. I feel amazing. I'm not done yet. Like this is a story that's developing, right? And that was my first post and it was amazing. Like I kept on posting. Like I literally started with a transformation post. It was just bloating, gone away. And it wasn't perfect. I wasn't super confident with my body, but I was happy with where it had gone from day 1 to day 6, right? I was pretty much a day 6, like I'm all in Thriver, right? Was feeling good on like the first day or whatever. But after that first post, you guys, the most important thing is to not stop, right? You have to keep on posting after that, your excitement. And if you're taking Thrive every single morning, you have something to post about, right? So that's literally how it happened. And slowly, every single day, those people would trickle in. What is Thrive? What is Thrive? I keep seeing you post about this. Can you tell me more about it? And I vomited, you guys. I vomited on all my first customers. I mean, it was bad. It was like a vomit bloodbath. Like it was so bad, you guys. I really learned. I probably ruined like 80 perfectly good thrivers like in the beginning. Like just I had like 40 of them at a time. Like my first 2 rounds of samples were like 20 and 30 and 40 people. Like I just remember it was crazy. But you learn as you go, right?
I want to share this with you guys real quick because I actually saw this today when I when I went on and I was getting my customers and I was like trying to figure out my promoters and like get stuff organized. On 1/17 of 2017, I had 38 enrollments in one day.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
38. And it was a mixture of customers and promoters and samples. And yes, not all of those people signed up as customers, or not all of them signed up as promoters and actually did anything, but a lot of them did. And you want to know what? And that's not even counting like the ones on the 15th or the 16th, but just on the 17th. And it's because I got loud. And then on the 19th, I had like 7 enrollments, and on the 17th, I had like 2 more, and then I had 6, and then I had 6 more. And it was like every single day. And I just did a range just now from the 15th to the 20th. So that's the only reason I can see all that. So like literally just within those days, I had like 60 enrollments. Okay. And I'm sharing that because when I came on, I was told to go get 100 free accounts. Okay, so I came in with the mindset of getting 100 free accounts, getting as many samples in people's hands as I possibly could. That's why I also went through 400 packs, like my first, like, I don't even know, it was my first couple weeks in the business. And I went through that so fast because I was so loud about it, and I was sharing it everywhere. I was talking about it on lives. I was talking about it, and it was the excitement. And that is what caught fire. And that is what also my promoters that joined me did. So they had the same results happen. Okay. Maybe not to the same magnitude, but my customers, they were like, how do I thrive for free? Because I was talking about thriving for free, because that was a huge selling point for me, was that, oh my gosh, like what? I can get my products for free. My customers can get their products for free. I can run my business for free. I don't have website fees. You know how many companies, that's what I'm sure they talked about. I don't know if they did or not today. But just in comparison, you guys, a lot of companies, there's monthly website fees. There's, you have to okay, get a specific order every single month. Now here, like, while yes, you don't technically have to place an order every single month, because you could be, have PV and you have plenty of products. I mean, there's months that I go without ordering for a very, very long time. But
Someone
oh,
just tried to get me from another company. Well, kind of. They're like asking, like, "Oh, how's your company?" And I'm like, "They're like, are there any fees?" I'm like, "No, no."
that's what Tim actually, somebody had posted the other day. And I was just reading him the post, and I said, I don't really understand I don't really understand the angle that some people come with. All right. And this is, listen, guys, we have to cheer people on in this industry and not put other places down or anything like that. But that's what kind of I'm coming at here, is that I don't understand the whole, like, the reality of it is like, I don't have to say something is better or this or that, because like, we just don't have any fees. Like, we actually get our products for free. We actually can run our business for free, and free is better in my eyes, right? Than having to pay any enormous amount. And like, people will say things like, I don't understand people that spend like X, Y, and Z amount or whatever. Listen, you don't even have to do that. You don't even have to say that. Just the reality of saying, like, it's so amazing to know that because I helped my customers this month, I don't have to worry about paying for my products. Like, I get to run my business for nothing. Like, literally, I get to run my business and it runs itself. And that is such a huge selling point. Those were some of the selling points for me coming in. And then the VIP bonuses, that was such a huge thing. No website fees. The 200 PV, that's an industry-wide thing. And here's why I'm going to tell you that, you guys. It comes down to, they always want to make sure that we have more customers than we do promoters. And that's like an FTC, like that's literally Federal Trade Commission. Once there's guidelines that need to be followed and so forth. And, some companies are able to get away with better retention rates. I just want to make sure you guys understand this, because they don't have clarified promoters. So you have to understand that there are customers and there's promoters. I can tell you that we have about 75 to 80% customers on our auto ships versus our promoter orders. So that that like makes me want to do like cartwheels, to be honest with you. Like I love seeing that when I see our auto ship reports, is that we have way more customers reordering than what we do promoters that are on auto ship, and that will show you that you've got a good job going on, right? So there's a lot of things I want to tell you guys that are going to help you with your customers and your promoters, focusing on products that are a solution for people going into the holidays. So treat meal, the cranberry stuff, like, listen, my friend was just newly diagnosed. I'm not going to say with what, because I don't want any medical claims or anything like that, but she had like candida and all kinds of stuff. She had been on a lot of antibiotics. It caused her pancreas pretty much to go to sleep. A lot of people were like, immediately thought diabetes. It's mimicking diabetes, but that's not actually what it is. So far is what we're kind of like looking at. But literally it was so crazy because her general doctor did not want to hear her out whenever she's like, this was sudden, like sudden. I lost 35 pounds in the last 2 months, and like her blood sugars were like in the 400s. But anyways, here's the thing. Guess what? She just shared today, like on her live, like 7 different companies, stuff that she's using of network marketer, like different network marketing companies, all these different products that she's using from them, which I just loved about her. But we have products literally that will help people sleep better, feel better, have energy, get through the holidays without wanting to, strangle people. We also have the ability for people to make money. Like one of the biggest things my very first year in this business and in this industry was going after the Christmas cash that our company had, like this little promo, and it was like a Christmas cash. You had to get this many customers and this many promoters. Well, guess what, guys? You can create your own Christmas cash with, if you get this promoter, then you're going to get this fast start bonus. If you get these 2 customers, then you're going to get your products for free. You're going to get this much in credits come the 2nd of the month. But you can literally come up with different stuff. And then also like going into, I almost forgot. So I was doing, I asked a couple people today, I haven't got to ask team wide, but I want to put together a weekly event. And I've got to check with Amber, because we always do a holiday type of event for like the 12 days of Christmas. So I don't want it to like overlap with that too much, but I would like to put together like a weekly event to help with the customers, to help with the promoter closing and so forth. And then I'm not sure if it should probably be on Zoom, just because of people on so many different platforms. I think that might be the better option for it. And I think I might be able to figure out how to do it on Zoom and on Facebook or something, and in like 2 different locations or something. But so anyways, if you're on here right now and that's something that you're interested in, or you haven't done a Thrive and Mingle and you're trying to get your people connected, just know that I'm going to put something out soon. I just want to kind of, this time of the year, everybody has ideas for stuff, and I don't want to overlap too much with so many other different things popping out. But I think that it will be absolutely, you guys will also see, I always do a 12 days of Christmas thing. Like I just do it personally every year as well. But this year I might just collaborate with our team and see what people want to do, or just do it with Amber and them, just because sometimes it gets a little overcomplicated. But it's a great, you guys, we still have that page, like, and those customers from previous years, they have to have a customer account with you first. So they're going to start seeing your stuff. And it's really cool because sometimes people that haven't ordered in a year or 2, they start ordering because they start seeing, hey, I want these prizes. And then they invite people because they want to be entered into the drawings and so forth. And everybody that's entered in has to have a customer account before they're actually in the group. So that's a really cool thing too. I do want to say also, don't be afraid to go and buy some, like, I think I might have said this last week, and if I did, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but go and get a box of cards for the holidays. And, there's different people that follow different traditions over the holiday season. So just kind of like, be aware of that as well. But also don't be afraid to like wish people, a good holiday, and check in on your friends, because you guys, ultimately, this is a friend, like, you're building relationships in this industry. And I don't care if I would walk away, which I never will, because I truly do. When I dig back to what my passion is and why I fell in love with this industry, it's because everyday people like myself could go from being having nothing and literally helping like change a lot of lives, including my own. And like, I thank this industry for the last 10 years that I've been able to spend with my kids, to be able to spend with my dad before he passed away. Like, I look at all the time that I can't get back, and that I'm so glad I took the chance. And even though people made judgments, yes, people unfollowed me at times. Yes, I was super spammy at times, but I learned from it. Right? I learned from it. And just everyday people. I mean, a lot of you guys don't know my story, but the whole reason why I joined is because I had my car repossessed. I was literally close to foreclosing on my home, and I was working 5 and 6 days a week, night shift, away from my kids. So I was barely seeing them, and I literally did not have a dime in the bank. So I used my income tax check, and I joined this industry. And then I worked in the hours in between. Like, I'd get off work, and before I went to sleep, I'd work. On the nights I actually didn't have to go in, I'd work, from like 9 o'clock till 2 in the morning, because I was used to like night shift. And then I'd get up and take care of, getting my kids ready for school. And Leah was only 2 at the time. And anyways, if I could do it, and I didn't have any social media experience. I didn't have hardly any friends on this, like on Facebook. I think I had like 200 friends, and I did not have any other platforms or anything like that. So like, just know that now more than ever, we have the ability to reach more people. This whole industry, people social selling, sharing stuff, this is so much more accepted now that everybody is doing it. But you have to remember, the end result has to be what the person is looking for or needing or wanting. So solving a problem that somebody is having: hydration, energy, they're tired, they need more patience because they're overwhelmed, they like literally can't get their butt off the freaking couch every day, and they want to have energy to play with their kids. One of my favorite testimonies that somebody said when they first joined was that she was dancing in her living room with her kids, and she hadn't done that and she couldn't remember how long. And like, that's the kind of stuff that I want to see people sharing, because that's the kind of stuff that people can relate to. Or being able to go and buy groceries, or being able to provide a Thanksgiving meal, or being able to give back over the holidays. That's the stuff I want people to know, that like, on a weekly basis, your check can go through, yes, to your gas tank, to put groceries on your table. And when it gets hard, you have to remember what the reason you're doing it is, but also what the reason you're sharing it is, because other people need it just as badly as you do. And unless you open your mouth, or unless you share it, they're not going to know what you can help them with. They're not going to know how you can help them, like provide for their family, or put gas in their tank, because they're just thinking like, I don't have the money to do this, I don't know what I'm doing. But I assure you, if you truly get back to sharing your why, and you truly get back to what this business is doing for you, and you put it out there, I'm not talking about like a rags to riches things. I'm talking about real deal, just being able to go to the darn gas pump and fill your car up, being able to put tires on your car for the winter. That right there is the stuff that people need right now. And that's what people are going to say, wait a second, what is she doing? Colton, he's 17, he's going to be graduating, and he's been looking into like, possibly going to nursing school, but also taking a year off. But he's also realizing how many jobs and how low of pay that a lot of jobs are right now. And he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I was just telling Tim right before this call, I said, I'm really scared, like for our kids, for like them heading out into the real world. And like, we have Colton and Layla probably like both moving out next year, just because they're both going to be done with school, and they both have this independent, I'm going to live on my own. And I'm like, Oh God, wait till they find out how much we really spend on groceries every week and how much like utilities and everything else is. Because just between cars and insurance and cell phones and just the normal bills, it's brutal, right? So like there's a lot of people that are single moms and single dads, and that's all the income they have. And listen, I had to do that role for a hot second. I'll be honest, I am very fortunate that my daughter's dad, um, he picked up the pace a little bit, let's put it that way. Okay. So that wasn't all just on my shoulders anymore, but also I have a partner. I have a partner in crime now that helps me. For you single badasses out there, let me just tell you, you are my hero because, whew, man, it's some tough stuff out there. And just I don't know, I could just go on and on and on. Reach down to your customers, reach down and ask them, like, if you know that they asked you to start thriving for a reason and they haven't been thriving, ask them how you can help them get started again. Because a lot of them want to be thriving, but they're like, they're broke or they don't have any money. And that's where their mind is. Like, they're like, do I buy gas? Do I put food on the table, or do I buy Thrive? Listen, I'm never going to tell somebody to go buy Thrive and starve their family. I'm going to find a way that they can get Thrive in their hands and share it and get the products for free. So that's how I'm going to get it in their hands. Like, I'm going to be like, all right, listen, if I send you a sample, will you post about it? And then this can help you get your products for free next month. Like, and then even if they get me a couple referrals, then I'll send them like a couple weeks worth of Thrive, right? Like, they're signed referrals, but it's not going to be until next month they get their credits. Then I'll send them some products because, hey, they just brought a crap ton of customers my way and people that got signed. So think outside the box and just find ways to help your people, because the more you get focused on that, the more people that you're going to help. And that ultimately at the end of the day is when you're winning, and your checks will catch up with the rest of it. I promise you they will. All right, Jackie, I'm like, I can't quit talking.
No, that's like, I was like thinking of something that you were saying, and I'm like, yes, that's so true. And we do have to talk to people about the opportunity for sure. Something along the lines of like customers. Oh, I mean, just the whole money thing, right? Because a lot of people are like, I don't have money right now, I don't have it in my budget right now, right? But you got to think about it. A lot of people also don't have energy. They also don't have patience, right? Like, what are we really selling? Are we selling vitamins, or are we selling, how this can help them, right? Through these times, and like, people don't have energy to do a whole lot of stuff, right? Another thing, what else was I doing today? I was with one of my customers. She's always hated the shakes. And then but she was like loving Thrive, and she's like, oh my God, how did this, like, she was taking the shakes anyways, just because it's part of the system, right? But she got off of the shakes because she got some other protein shake, and she's like, oh, honestly, I haven't been drinking the shakes lately. I've been drinking these other protein shakes because, like, I don't like the shakes, and I don't like this, and I don't like that. I don't like the texture of it. And I kind of looked at her, and I didn't force her because I already knew how much she hated the shakes. But this is what I said to her. I said, okay, if you're going to be taking those things, are you taking, balance and biotic? Because like, something's got to keep moving your body. You can't just take the capsules. Like, if you want the whole Thrive experience, like, what about the gut health part, right? She's like, oh yeah, I'm taking balance and biotic sometimes. And I'm like, okay. And then she started to talk about the shake. And I told her, I said, that's nice and all that you like that shake, but that shake doesn't have probiotics. It doesn't have the digestive enzymes. So you're missing the whole gut health part of it. And as soon as I said those things, because really simply, guys, what is the difference between our step 2 and other shakes that are out there on the market, right? It's the probiotics and the digestive enzymes, right? Plus all the minerals and all the really good stuff that we can't get through food. But after I told her that, she's like, oh, well, maybe I should start taking the shakes again. I'm like, yeah, you should start taking the shakes again. Don't mess around. So she's back on the shakes, but little ways to kind of like, you're going to have, and this is so important too. This is why it's important to meet up with your customers in person, or, get in front of them as much as you can. because they're more reluctant to like open up to you in person than they are just kind of like chatting or whatever, you know what I mean? They don't want to piss you off just through text, like, hey, I'm not taking the shakes anymore. They're not going to tell you that, right? So anyways, I just wanted to share that because I know it's like an objection that maybe a lot of you guys might have, like your customers might have or whatever. But just, try to keep them as consistent as possible. What else do we have? I guess a Thrive for Free. I mean, we'll touch a little bit on month end stuff. Like, hopefully you guys are all qualified and active. There was something else I was going to say, something about customers. Oh, right now is the time, okay? Because we just got the new changes for our compensation plan and how much it takes to be qualified and active. So if you guys have existing customers, okay, existing customers and existing promoters, I need you guys to like write their names down, okay, and start to have their conversation, get their regular monthly orders over 200, okay? Because some of them are just barely short of it because they're just going to keep on ordering as they normally do. So just let them know, right? Just let them know, like, hey, if it's a customer, right, and you're trying to get them to order a little bit more, just be like, hey, would you add a plus line product to your auto ship every month? I can help you, like, you can incentivize them with credits or whatever for like the first month. And then after that, see if they'll just continue it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do it every single month, but just be like, hey, for this month, I want to I want to give you a gift or whatever, like add a plus line product. It would really help me out, your order being over 200. Another way that you can kind of train your customers is if you are somebody who has regular customers, right? And you or somebody who makes social media posts, you can say, if your order is over 200, right? Message me, I have something for you. Just those little things can really change your business, right? You're actually training your customers, like, to order a little bit more, or that if they hit a certain threshold, that there's an incentive from you, right? A personal promo. So you guys can do that, but really important to do it with your promoters too, like your person, even if they're not your personal promoters. If you see someone in your cloud office whose personal volume is like, maybe they're just getting a personal order in and it's only like 180, I'll give you an example. Last month I had some, it would really help me if there were a couple people that would just have ordered like an extra $20, and I messaged them. I'm like, hey, are you going to place an order? I'll send you $20 in credits. You can just, take it for whatever you want. So they did. They placed the order and they placed more. So it's really just like, initiating the conversation and the sale to get them over that, right? Another thing we don't know for sure. Okay, I didn't exactly hear this on the call, but I did hear it circulating a little bit. Is that next month, right? In the month of November, we might see. Well, I know we're going to get a lot of customer sales coming in, but we might see something like a BOGO, right? We might see it because it is Thanksgiving. It is going to be, Black Friday, and if we do see that, you guys are going to want to be hitting your rank, right? This month, so that way next month is how you're going to be actually paid. So yeah, make sure you guys just finish off the month strong, because it makes a difference, right? If you guys are only like a couple hundred or a couple thousand away, depending on what rank you're at, right? Try to get yourselves into a higher rank, because those pay down more levels, right? Next month will be a big month for that. And historically, I mean, I don't know if it'll be the same this year because of the economy and how it's been, but November has always been really good months for me. Just because, like, I don't know what it is, Lavelle, like whatever they do, whatever in December, they really make sure.
They do. I think you're cutting out a kid. I think she is. She might come back here in a second. I can see people's heads moving, so I know you guys can hear me. Okay. There you are. Okay. You were cutting out again for a hot second. Your face was frozen, but I could see Kimberly's face moving a little bit. So I was like, okay, I can see heads moving, so we're good. But I actually I kind of want to wait until November 1st to see what Jason puts out there. But I think I'm going to do something team wide, and I'll create a Google form that people can fill out when you get a new customer, and do some kind of giveaway for like I don't know, like a random customer that signs up in November, new customer that signs up in November will get like $100 off or something along those lines, right? And credits or something along, I don't know. I want to see what they come out with as a company, but just know, keep an eye on cloud, keep an eye on the update. I'll have it out either tonight or tomorrow for like the promo code. I'll probably have up tonight. I'm just going to keep it real short and simple. But watch for those updates, you guys, because like I said, I want to do something that's incentivizing referrals. I'd like to do something that's incentivizing samples, and I'd like to do something that's incentivizing new customers. And then I don't know, I'll see what they do about promoters. I kind of want to stick to the customer side of things though, because that's ultimately at the end of the day going to help all new promoters coming in, because they can offer that to their customers, and that'll in turn help their businesses grow, help them get qualified and active, and so forth, right? So anyways, Jackie, is there anything else that you can think of? You guys, listen, I am super proud of you guys. Did really, really amazing for the buy two get one deal that just happened this past weekend. I kind of predicted they were going to extend it on Sunday, so I was really glad to see that they did. But everybody did so amazing. I mean, especially this time of year, like I was really blown away by how well that promo did. Because sometimes it can be hit or miss for the time of the month and all the other promos and sales that we've had with the 25 credits and 50 credits and so forth. But it was a really, really, really good job. The way that everybody shared it out and got the word to their customers. And then, oh, one last thing, if you're not getting emails or text or anything like that, make sure like you just do an update in your cloud office that you're not getting those. Make sure your email's correct, make sure your phone number's correct, and then you might have accidentally hit it and it's in your spam folder or your junk folder, and you're just not seeing it. And just know that that's a possibility for your customers as well. So if they've said they've not been getting the emails, then maybe help them, edit their information, make sure that they're getting it again. Okay. I know that was like a glitch at first. I think them getting with the new site, but now it's back to being fixed. And also you can manage your auto ships again as well. So, all right, I think I'm done talking everybody's ear off. Everybody have an amazing night. We'll get this recording up soon. And like I said, I'll put that code that Jackie put over there, either that one or the one that I have listed, so that everybody knows, and in case you didn't write it down. And everybody have a good night, and let's finish strong. See you later. Thanks, guys.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.